He walked into the mall that Saturday, just like any other customer. But within minutes, strangers were staring, whispers were spreading, and security was closing in. All because one woman pointed her finger and shouted, "He's a thief!" What nobody knew, not even the store manager, was that the man being humiliated in front of a crowd didn't just belong there. He owned the place. The Willowbrook Mall was buzzing that afternoon. Families carrying bags, teenagers in food court lines, kids running toward the arcade. Derrick Lewis walked in quietly, wearing jeans, a polo, and a cap. Nothing flashy. He wasn't there to stand out. He was there to observe. He often walked his mall incognito, not as a landlord, not as the man whose name was on every lease, but as a customer. It helped him understand what worked and what didn't. That day, he stopped at a trendy clothing store. He picked up a jacket, checked the price tag, and carried it toward the fitting room. But someone was watching. Karen, a woman with sharp eyes and a sharper tongue. She'd already been glaring as Derrick walked past. To her, he didn't look like a typical shopper. And in her mind, that meant only one thing: trouble. She marched to the counter and whispered loud enough for others to hear, "That man is stealing. You better call security before he runs off." Minutes later, Derrick stepped out of the fitting room. Before he could even put the jacket back, 2 mall security guards blocked his path. "Sir, we need to check your bag," one of them said. Derrick raised an eyebrow. "My bag? I haven't even bought anything yet." Karen stood nearby, arms folded, smirking. I saw him slip something into his coat. People like him always do. Heads turned. Shoppers paused mid-aisle. A crowd began to form, their eyes narrowing, curiosity mixing with suspicion. The guards led Derrick to the counter. One held a small bag, shaking it out. Inside, a wallet, keys, a phone. That was it. But Karen wouldn't stop. "No, no, no. Check the cameras. He's lying. He's hiding merchandise. I know what I saw." The store manager, pressured by the glares of customers and Karen's accusations, sighed and pulled up the security feed. The video played. Shoppers leaned closer. All it showed was Derrick walking in, browsing calmly, picking up the jacket, and heading into the fitting room. Nothing more. The guards exchanged awkward looks. The evidence was clear. Derrick hadn't stolen a thing. But the humiliation had already been done. He'd been stopped, accused, treated like a criminal. Karen, still puffed up with arrogance, crossed her arms. "He's slick. He probably deleted the footage or hid it. Don't let him fool you." That's when Derrick spoke. His voice was calm, steady, with a weight that silenced the murmurs. "Actually, maybe you should check another camera. The one upstairs, by the leasing office." Karen frowned. "Leasing office? What does that have to do with this?" The manager froze. His eyes darted between Derrick and the monitors. A flash of recognition hit him. He remembered that face, not from the store, but from the quarterly tenant meetings. He swallowed hard. "Wait, you're Mr. Lewis." Karen scoffed. "And who's that supposed to be?" The manager cleared his throat. "Ma'am, this is Derrick Lewis. He's not just a customer. He's the owner of this mall." The words hit the room like a thunderclap. Shoppers gasped. The guard stiffened. Karen's smug smile shattered. Her face went pale. The very man she had accused of theft, the man she tried to drag out in shame, was a landlord, the one who signed every lease in the building, the man to whom even the manager answered. Derrick looked at her. He didn't yell. He didn't gloat. He simply said, "You accuse me of stealing in a place that belongs to me." The silence that followed was heavier than any shout. The guards turned, not toward Derrick, but toward Karen. "Ma'am, I think you need to come with us," one said firmly. Karen stammered. "What? No, you don't understand. I was just trying to protect the store." But the crowd had already decided. They weren't looking at Derrick anymore. They were staring at her, the accuser exposed, the arrogance crumbling. Every pair of eyes she wanted on him was now on her. The manager apologized profusely. "Mr. Lewis, we're so sorry. This will never happen again." Derrick just nodded. "Make sure it doesn't." Then, turning to Karen, He added quietly, so the crowd still heard. Next time you judge someone, remember, the person you look down on might be the one holding you up. With that, he walked out, calm, unshaken, dignified. Karen? She was left standing in the middle of the store, red-faced, embarrassed, with every whisper now aimed at her. The irony was sharp. She had tried to strip him of dignity. Instead, she lost her own, and the mall, his mall, carried on. But no one forgot what happened that day, because in Willowbrook, the lesson was clear. Power doesn't always wear a suit. Sometimes it walks quietly, unnoticed, until the moment arrogance calls it out and is crushed under the weight of truth.